first-time home buyer or you haven't purchased a home in quite some time and you're curious what the process is for buying a new home? Then you're in the right place. That is what we'll be discussing in today's video, so stay tuned. Hi, I'm Lillian Morrow, a realtor with John L. Scott Real Estate in Puyallup, Washington, mainly working in the South Puget Sound area. Welcome to my channel. Today we are talking about the first few steps in the home buying process checklist. I'll be covering the entire process over several videos as there is a lot to share, but I figure you may not want to take it all in during one sitting. So every real estate transaction can be a bit unique, but I will be covering the major steps involved in most residential real estate transactions in the Puget Sound area and in Washington State in general. If you are in another area, the process will most likely be similar, but each state or even country can have different requirements. So in general, the first step should be to find a lender, but steps 1 and 2 can be interchangeable. So a lender will help you confirm that you are ready to buy a home and get you pre-approved if you will be financing. However, if you are paying cash or if you don't have a lender already in mind, you can go to step 2 first, which is to find a real estate agent. In Washington, we are technically called brokers, so you may hear me use the terms interchangeably. The broker should be able to refer you to lenders. We don't get anything for referring a particular lender, but we will refer you to someone that we have found to be responsive, easy to work with, and that we know, like, and trust. So you might wonder, why do you need a lender first? It's simple, really. You want to know if you are ready to buy a home, and if so, what is your home buying budget? A lender will be able to help you know these things. It can sometimes be a fairly quick process to be pre-approved depending on your lender and your credit history. A lender can also help you know if you need to work on your credit first, or let you know if you haven't been employed long enough to qualify for a mortgage. A lender can also help you determine what type of loan is right for you and how much down payment you need. 4 general home loan types are: there's the FHA loan, which typically you'll need about 3.5% down payment. An FHA loan is a government-backed mortgage that's insured by the Federal Housing Administration. They require minimum credit scores and lower down payments than many conventional loans, which makes them especially popular with first-time buyers. The second type of loan is a VA loan if you happen to be military. The main purpose of a VA home loan program is to help veterans finance the purchase of homes with favorable loan terms and at a rate of interest which is usually lower than the rate charged on other types of loans. The good thing about VA loans is that you don't need any money down. If you're military, ask about the VA loan benefits. Your lender should be able to help you to understand how to do that, even if you aren't sure yourself. So the third type of loan is a USDA. And USDA loans are not direct loans from the government, but they are backed by the U.S. Department of Agriculture. So they can offer zero down and low rates. Aside from that, USDA loans work like other mortgages. USDA approved homes tend to be more rural, but there are multiple areas in the South Puget Sound area that are eligible for USDA loans. So again, ask your lender. And the fourth and possibly most popular type of home loan is a conventional mortgage. And that's a type of home buyer's loan not offered or secured by any government entity, but instead is available through a private lender. The minimum down payment required for a conventional mortgage is somewhere around 3%, but buyers with lower credit scores or higher debt-to-income ratios may be required to put more down. For FHA or conventional loans, if you put less than 20% down, you will be required to get private mortgage insurance, which will increase your monthly mortgage payment, but does allow you to get into a home sooner by having a lower down payment. Once you have 20% equity in your home, you can then eliminate the mortgage insurance. These are just some high-level details about the types of the loan. I don't want to get into too much detail in this video, but your lender can help you know what you are eligible for and what the best loan is for you. You may want to check with more than one lender to ask what first-time home buyer programs they have, or if you haven't bought a home for a while, just to get a feel for what's still out there. Your lender will let you know what the maximum price for your home should be. That way you aren't wasting time looking for a home that you may never be approved to buy. And in some cases, you may actually be able to buy more home than you expected to. It doesn't mean you have to, but it might be nice to know that the option is out there. You might find that perfect home in a little bit higher range than you expected. Another thing that a lender can do is let you know how much cash you will need at closing. In addition to a down payment, there are additional costs that need to be paid when you close on a home, and your lender can give you an estimate of what those costs will be so that you can be prepared and know how much you will be expected to bring at closing. So closing fees can include multiple fees, but generally they include your loan costs. Your lender doesn't work for free after all. Another fee is your title company fee. The title shows who's owned the property in the past, contains a description of the property, and shows if there are any liens against it. Your title company is a neutral third party hired by you to research and ensure the title of the home that you are purchasing. You'll also have your escrow fees. The escrow or closing company is a neutral third party that will facilitate the transaction. And in Washington, the title and escrow company is typically the same company performing both roles, but some states may have separate or even attorneys that perform those duties. You may also have some prepayment of property taxes, homeowners insurance, and other things like HOA fees that would be included. So a lender can also pre-approve you and possibly get you fully underwritten. When you make an offer on a home, you'll want to have a pre-approval letter that states how much your lender has approved you for. The best letters are when a lender will give you a separate letter for each offer, showing what your maximum interest in that home would be. So if you discuss with your lender about getting fully underwritten up front, this is especially helpful in a seller's market where there may be multiple offers on one home. Being fully underwritten will make your offer look stronger, and it shows the lender did additional due diligence up front, and you could even possibly close sooner, which would be attractive to a seller. Being fully underwritten means that your lender will dig deeper into your finances up front and send the details to their underwriter for approval. This will help the seller be more confident in your offer as you have gone further in the process, and you might even be able to compete with cash offers when you have been fully underwritten. However, whether you are fully underwritten upfront or just pre-approved, when the time comes to dig deep into your finances, it's best to get back to your lender as promptly as possible with any requests and questions that they have. So now we're finally at step 2, which is to find a real estate agent. You want to find one you can trust and connect with. As mentioned earlier, if you're paying cash or if you aren't sure of which lender you would like to use, then this might be your step 1. As a first-time buyer, it would be good for you to know that it is customary for the seller to pay the buyer's commission costs for the real estate transaction in Washington state. That means that it most likely won't be a cost that you will need to pay. However, on occasions there can be an exception to that rule. But in general, you most likely won't have to pay your buyer's agent commission. As you look for an agent or a broker, here are some of the things that you should keep in mind. A broker should have your best interest as their number 1 priority. The home buying transaction should be about you, not about the agent. You should ask questions to understand what you want and listen to your answers. You should feel that they are honest and trustworthy. Are they telling you what you want to hear or what you actually need to hear? A good broker should be responsive to your calls, texts, and emails. You shouldn't have to wait 2 days for them to return a call or a text. So, a broker may ask you to sign a buyer's representative agreement. Don't let this stress you out. They just want to know that you are as dedicated to them as they are to you. All it means is that while the agreement is in place, that you're only working with them. If you find your personalities aren't compatible, or you decide you don't want to work with them any longer, you can let them know and just let them know in writing, and they'll take care to terminate the agreement. Now, before you go that far, you might just want to have a conversation with them to let them know what's going on. It might just be a simple fix. So step 3, you want to be able to understand the market in your area. Your agent or broker can help you with this. Some things that you might want to understand are, is it a buyer's market or a seller's market? Depending on the type of market it is, you may want to include different things in your offer to make it look more attractive. Another thing is how fast are the homes selling in the areas that you're looking in? What is the sale price versus the list price? Are the homes going for 100% of the asking price, or are they trending lower than the asking price, or possibly higher? Another thing you would want to know is, will the sellers usually make concessions for the buyers, such as helping with closing costs? Step 4 is, oh, you know what, we're out of time, so we're going to start with step 4 next time. These are the first few steps involved in the home buying process. Thanks for watching, and I hope this has given you a great start on understanding the process. Please join me for the next video where I will discuss the next several steps. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button below and click the little bell so you will be notified when new videos are available, hopefully each week. In the meantime, if you are looking to move within the Puget Sound area or move to the Puget Sound area, or you have any additional questions, please feel free to contact me at the details below and I'd be happy to help. If you're in another area and you're looking for an agent, we have a great referral program, so I may be able to assist you with that as well. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.